This is SSS, Super Smash Secrets. I'm PK Chris, and today we're going to be going to the lab with Yoshi. Let's do it. Another one of the characters that personally I play a lot is Yoshi. First off, we can start off by going with his tilts, obviously. A lot of his tilts are meant for strictly comboing, right? So first we'll go with the forward tilt, because that's kind of the main thing to start up your combos with, right? Which is his forward tilt, right? So forward tilt sends at this perfect angle right in front of Yoshi, where it's easier to connect. It's easy to connect two, right? Maybe even three, because his tail is just so disjointed and so big. And from this position, you can go for an up tilt, which converts perfectly into, you know, the startup of his combos, which goes something like this, right? And that's already 81 damage. That's ridiculous. Yoshi's one of these characters where like one hit can kind of lead to your death if you play it incorrectly. Forward tilt obviously super big, and it can convert a lot after a lot of hits too, like after a neutral air, convert into forward tilt into up tilt, right? So it's perfect for these grounded combos and to start up your aerial combos. Obviously really good hitbox as well, and it's kind of like a sweep, right, at the bottom, and you can kind of use it in tandem with crouch to mix up between your down tilt and your forward tilt. So down tilt obviously has a little bit more range, but forward tilt is kind of your combo starter. So if you mix up between these two, your opponent is going to kind of have to guess which one you're kind of going for. But yeah, that's kind of what the majority of forward tilt is going to do, is it's going to start up the beginning of your combos. So you would kind of have to go back air, right, into a neutral air, into a forward tilt, up tilt, and then that's where you get your combo started. And that's already 84%, all from, you know, just starting up the combo. As long as you get like a falling neutral air, get that F tilt, and that's where you start comboing. After your F tilt, right, you get the up tilt. F tilt, one of the core parts of, you know, Yoshi's grounded game and his combo game, but another core part of both of those things as well is his up tilt, right? Quick note about his up tilt. His up tilt is kind of weird. When Yoshi is facing away from you, his up tilt is really good because it kind of swings around. Sometimes the forward, when you're facing your opponent, the forward hitbox is kind of inconsistent. Like sometimes it won't, you know, kind of swoop as much as the back hitbox, and like sometimes it'll miss or whiff, right? So obviously it's pretty good there, but his facing behind is just way better. So like say you want to do, you know, a forward tilt into an up tilt, you don't want to be facing this way. You actually rather be facing, you know, backwards. So you would want to turn around first before you go for your up tilt. That's where you go for back air, up tilt, and you turn around just before you start going for your aerial combos. And that's just because you don't want your combo to drop. Obviously, the back hit is just more consistent, so you just want to make sure that you're turning around before you actually, you know, hit that up tilt. You could always just, even if you're not consistent with the turnaround, you could just go for forward up tilt and then turn around back up tilt, and then that's where you start combo. So up tilt's mainly used for that. It's also good for anti-airing, and up tilt will always connect into up air around these higher percents. So if we just go up a little bit, right, around 30, whatever, obviously it'll do the same at 100, but up tilt into up air, that's your basic kill confirm at high percents, and it's as easy as that. Obviously, we were talking about down tilt before. It's literally nothing. It's just a spacing move. Has some pretty good knockback, very mediocre damage, but at higher percents, it will send into a tech chase, right? If I can get Kazuya up to that percent, right? So right here, at this percent, it's sending into knockdown, which forces your opponent to tech, and you can get a jab afterwards if you run it quick enough. There we go, jab, forward smash, right? So that's primarily what down tilt's used for, nothing really too crazy. And that's it for his tilts. So next up, his most important part of his of Yoshi's neutral is his aerials. His aerials are ridiculously broken. All of them are really good. First off, his neutral air. His neutral is really good for multiple different things. It's good for comboing, and it's really good for out of shield. His out of shield nair, I think, is like frame 3. It's super fast, really good at getting opponents off you. Nice amount of damage, and a nice amount of knockback. Sets up into a tech chase around 40%. So it's really good at all of those things, and it's the main combo starter. You have to make sure that you fastball it as well. So when you're hitting your nair, it's got a very good lasting hitbox. Make sure you're fastballing it in order to connect into your forward tilt, into your up tilt, right? So a combo with a nair startup would go like this. You would go nair, forward tilt, up air, into a neutral air, right? So like that's already a 60% combo. That's ridiculous damage, all from starting from a nair, right? And it's even better if you hit the back hit of nair, because the back hit of nair allows you to travel very closely to your opponent, and will allow you to do a turnaround up tilt, just like that, right? So you're already facing away, and you'll be able to get that up tilt nice and easy without having to do the turnaround at all that I was talking about earlier, right? So Nair's super good at comboing, right? Super good at a shield, very fast. That's pretty much all that Nair is good for. Next up, we'll go with his back air. His back air is super good as well, right? The multi-hits are super good for pressuring your opponent, pressuring their shield. It's also a perfectly good kill move. It combos into itself. It's really good at a lot of different things, right? But it's also mainly good as a start up to your combos. Similar to Nair, it does pretty much the same thing. It just allows you to get the forward tilt into up tilt string that you're going with, right? All of his aerials will kind of start into that like main, it kind of all flows around back into that one forward tilt to up tilt, combo string. And most of it, you want to make sure that you're confirming them into each other, right? But you can go back air, nair, up tilt, up air, nair, right? That's 57, perfect. A lot of damage, right? Back air, even if you want to do back air, right? That's like, how much damage? 25, that's amazing damage. And if you just want to disengage after that, that's fine, right? But it's really good at spacing. And then one niche comment about it is that there's this little trick that Yoshi players like to do where you can hit the first couple hits of his back air and then drag the opponent down. That way you can convert it into a forward smash, which at high percent, around 80, 90, will end up killing them, right? Because a lot of people are expecting the full back air to connect, and once you stop it short, you go for a forward smash, right? That's perfect. A lot of people won't expect it. It's not a crazy true combo, but if the opponent's not ready for it, you're gonna get a free hit about 90. And the other comment is that if you hit the first hit of Yoshi's up air, it does a little bit of a pop-up, right? So at these mid percents, if you want to space with back air and you want to hit the first hit, you can see again it kind of gets popped up a bit. Forward tilt, up air, right? So that's kind of how his back air works. A lot of different applications, a lot of different ways to use it, right? Next up is his forward air. His forward air is really, really good at a bunch of different things. It's got a spike hitbox near the tip of Yoshi's nose. If you're gonna go for a spike, make sure to aim for that. Has really good damage, really good knockback, and it's one of his primarily best spacing tools because he can fade back a lot with it. He can fade in. It's super good for spacing. And it also obviously starts as a combo starter as well. So you can go forward air, forward tilt, up air. You get the gist by this already. Yoshi's a crazy good combo character. All of his aerials connected to each other. But yeah, no, his forward air is super good. And there's actually one really important thing with his forward air. Near these high percents, one of his main kill confirms is strong hit forward air into up air, which is like you kind of need this combo in order to clutch some games out because it's like one of his most true important combos around these high percents. And you have to make sure that you're spacing the spike hitbox correctly because if you don't get it, you're gonna get that. And like, although weak forward air is good, it's not going to kill, right? But obviously I'm not getting it. Yeah, so if you want to practice that combo, obviously just put them up to 100 and... Alright, so that's the combo right there, right? So as long as you're landing that spike hitbox, bam, right? That's an easy to kill confirm at most percent on literally every character, right? Nobody can get out of that. That's the perfect easy combo with forward air. Next up is his up air. His up air is pretty much what ties most of his tools together. You start up the Yoshi combo, and here we go. Now up air. Perfect. All three lead into each other. You get another 50%. It's perfect. It's really good when you're landing too, just like this, because you can just get 3 more, right? 1, 2, 3, right? So if you land with up air, you can go into up tilt, right? You can go up air, nair, up tilt. It's perfect at converting into itself. It's perfect at converting into other moves. Converts into itself, so much damage, and there it is. That's pretty much all of Yoshi's area. Yoshi's specials are actually really, really good. We got his, I guess we'll go with his up special first. His up special is obviously the egg toss, right? You can angle this move, you can angle it down so it bounces along the floor just like this, or you can angle it up so it travels a lot further. Has a good amount of knockback, okay amount of damage, I guess, right? 7% is pretty good for a projectile, especially one that travels this far and, you know, has a lot of mix-up potential with the bounces and the way you angle yourself, but it's obviously mainly used for covering yourself while you're recovering, just like this. It's also super good to learn, you know, the little, you know, techniques and the strategies while recovering. You can kind of throw it super low to the ground as you grab the ledge, kind of like this, right? See how it kind of travels along the floor like that? That way you can cover yourself while you're coming back and give yourself some leeway. You can, you know, jump off ledge, egg toss, in the way you're super high. And, you know, Yoshi's double jump, this is a core part of what makes Yoshi such a good character, is that his double jump has something called super armor, where if you double jump and someone tries to hit you during your double jump, then if it's not over a certain amount of damage or knockback, then Yoshi will just get hit and he will go nowhere. He will take the amount of percent that the damage did, or that the move did, and he will take very little knockback, right? So that's why you see a lot of Yoshi players double jumping off ledge, because that way, if you do get hit in this scenario, you will only take the damage and you will get hit a little bit, right? With the knockback. Yoshi's down air. I forgot to go over this just a little bit ago. Also a very particular like move to use. It's not like, it's kind of super situational. The thing that it's really good at doing is catching jumps. So whenever you see your opponent kind of full hopping a little bit too much, down air is super good, right? Not only is it super good, but it does a heck of a lot of damage. It can go like this, right? Set up for tech chases. But like, it does, let's see right here, right? That went from 100 to 140, right? So that did 40% alone. If you put him in an egg lay and you want to read the jump, downer is your guy to go to, because look at that. 0 to 40 perfectly after one egg lay, right? So that's so much damage off of down air. And like, it's super niche too, because it kind of combos, it has like these weird combo properties where it'll kind of combo off of your up tilt, but like, it's super specific. You need to time a instant double jump in order to get the combo to work. So if you go for an up tilt, instant double jump, it'll carry them up and you'll get like 30% for it. It's really good at killing off the top. So you gotta make sure you incorporate that mix up in your Yoshi neutral. And that's pretty much what down air does as a whole. Yoshi's neutral B is his egg lay. This right here, this is egg lay. Puts your opponent in an egg and they are forced to either wait for it to break, or for you to break it, or for them to mash out. So it's one of these things where it's like a 50-50, whether you time your option correctly. You could always just go for damage, right? If you get an egg lay, right, and you just want to go for damage, go for an up smash. That's a lot of percent. You could just kind of get your damage that way. Or if you want to wait for something better, like a down air, which leads to a combo, right, you can wait for something like that. It's a mix-up game. You have to kind of play as if you mix it up every time. That way your opponent will not know what to do the next time you get an egg lay. You can do down B as well, which is a lot of damage. And down B is really good too, because it covers the roll away and the jump. So that way, right, if they decide to jump, they'll get hit by the downswing of down B, and they'll take more damage for popping out of the egg, and a little bit of knockback, right? So that's what neutral B is super good for. It's also good for mixing up your momentum in the air. So like, you can use neutral B that way. By hitting the opposite direction, you can mix up your momentum. You see Yoshi kind of like turns around a little bit. It's super good for that. And if you know your opponent is shielding a lot, egg lay is going to be your answer. It is a command grab, it takes them out of shields completely. It's perfect for that. So make sure you're using that to your advantage, because Yoshi is one of the only few characters in the game that actually has a command grab. So you gotta make sure you're using that to your advantage. Next up, we got his down B. His down B is it's kind of a normal down B. Doesn't really have any super, spectacular things about it. It can kill at high percent, does a good amount of damage, and like at ledge, if you stand close enough, you can cover a roll right? You can cover the neutral get up as well, and it's just all around good for, it's just an all around good move. Nothing really too crazy about it, right? There is something special you can do with down B though, and that is you want to snap to the ledge, right? Most of the time you're going like this, you're jumping back with your recovery, but if you want to come, if you're very high up and you want to come down, a quick way to get there is with down B. See, just go straight past. Now, tip, don't hold down. Never hold down. If you hold down, you're just gonna fly right past it, just like that. Yoshi's got really good magnet hands. I don't know if anybody knows that term, right? So Yoshi's not like super close to the ledge, right? So kind of just going down here. Like, look how far. He's kind of far, right? But I'm pretty sure, yep, he then grabs the ledge. So down B is really good for that, and you're coming down with a hitbox. So it's really good. People can't contest you from here, right? And you just get down for free and you get your ledge invincibility. So that's nice. And that's pretty much what down B is used for. It's not really used for much more than that. And then this move, yeah, this move is a joke. It's not really used for anything. I guess it's good. You can kind of like jump around with it. Like, it gives you a lot of momentum if you jump out of it. You side B and then you jump and then you hit B, you just get out of it like that. It doesn't really have any implications like at all. You kind of just roll in it. There's literally nothing. It does an okay amount of damage, I guess, but there's just literally no point in using it. The Yoshi community makes a full joke out of it. Yeah, don't use it. That's just my only advice. Don't use it. Yoshi doesn't really have a kill throw. He doesn't really have any combo throws either. Your best shot is going with down throw into up airs. That's like your best case scenario. This move, down throw, can be DI'd a lot, and like it's not really too true to combo. But you know, you just wanna, if you wanna throw it in there because your opponent's not ready, go for it. You know, like there's a chance you might hit it at this percent. Like, bam, perfect. And like maybe at this percent it might kill. Perfect. But let's move on to Yoshi's smash attacks. He overall has some really, really good smash attacks. His forward smash obviously being his strongest one, right? Does 18% and kills super early, charged, you know, up to a certain amount of time. Yoshi's up smash really good. It'll probably honestly kill Kazuya right here, right? If I charge, not even if I charge it enough. Like, that was perfect. Obliterates Kazuya from right here. It's such a good move. Good amount of range to it as well. Look at that. Like, it hits from right there. Yoshi kind of like jabs forward his head, and it's a really good hitbox just for catching people off guard. Next up, we got his up smash. His up smash is really good as well. It's super good out of shield, just like this, right? Up smash super good out of shield, and it's just overall a really good anti-air because Yoshi kind of swoops around, which means like he can cover the front of him, above him, and I think behind him, if I'm not mistaken. I think he can also cover behind. Yeah, so the back part of it also has a hitbox, and like it kind of sets your opponent like into a good position to kind of hit them, right? To go up for a second one. So up smash is really good for that, and you should be using it a decent amount to kill and to anti-air your opponent because it's got a really big hitbox, and that swing is just all the way around. So you should feel like relatively safe if you want to use it if your opponent's in the air. And it doesn't really have a lot of end lag either, so you can kind of like spam it a little bit. Super good, super good. Next up is his down smash. His down smash really isn't too good. It has a sour spot and a sweet spot. The sour spot being, you know, more towards the tip of Yoshi's down smash. Right, so right here is the sweet spot, and then a little bit further in is his sour spot. So that could be a detriment. I wouldn't suggest using down smash, but like it's super good for tech chases. And near the corner, if you get a neutral air like right here, you can go for down smash. Right, that's not too bad. It sends your opponent at a pretty terrible angle, and you can go out there and edge guard. And yeah, that's pretty much what it's used for. It's really not too good. It can 2-frame, I guess, but it's not incredibly good. I would just suggest using Yoshi's other smash attacks. They're a lot better. Alright, so at the beginning, just make sure you are looking for those tilts. You have to make sure you're spacing, right? So obviously I got to start with the nair. Here come the up tilt and the up air, right? drag down, back air, up tilt, up air. And he's already at 125. Like, I feel like I've barely touched him, barely hit him, but all these combos, the damage just adds up. Down, drag down, there we go, drag down, back air, into up tilt, up air, perfect. Inescapable combo, easy. Here come the down airs, up to 35. The combos just keep on going. But now it's like, I can't really get a confirm too easy. So maybe I'll look for an up smash or an egg confirm, right? Okay, well, he went for a very raw forward smash, but let's start with the egg, okay? Egg is just so good at covering a lot of space, and obviously it launches, so it's good at converting into other things. And here comes the combos, right? Perfect, 83 and counting, getting all this percent. Oh, okay, well, there's a prime example of how good Yoshi's combo game can get if you just connect all the hits perfectly into each other and just make sure you're spacing them properly. There's an up smash, almost killing, right? Now we can just look for our forward air combo or anything like that. Look for a straight back air. There we go, the back air into the up tilt, perfect. Just landing with that pop-up hit that we were talking before. Now, looking for an egg lay, just to try and get the damage started, right? Got the egg lay. He mashed out, almost got the down air, right? And even if you can't connect your up air after the forward tilt, right? It's always good to just pressure, force them to jump, and eventually you can get your kill. Up air, up air. Go for a down air this time, maybe for some more damage, but unfortunately did not work out this time. Alpies are crazy. Can't believe you're hitting me with these. Oh, down air, okay. But we can just double jump over, no problem. Get out of there. Go for the down air, perfect, and that might be it. Nope, barely lives, and we go super high to get that up air off. Very nice. That about wraps it up for our Yoshi segment of SSS. Make sure to stay tuned for the next character. See ya.